Just a quick video. I just want to say law and order reign supreme. And in every country should, law and order should be supreme and should be the main focus of any country. Any sovereign country should be the focus of protecting the citizens and protecting the people, from gangs and things like that. So as you see, the justice system in this country, I have to say, I talked about it many times before. It's a little more than a joke, to be honest. I might as well tell you straight, because if you stole a box of mattress, you probably end up in prison. You probably end up being executed. I wouldn't put it past these judges, and these politicians. If you were starving in the streets and you went in and got robbed a bit of bread, you'd probably be executed. That's literally the way this country goes. And then the big drug dealers in Dublin's nothing done about that. Nothing done about diesel laundering, nothing like that. Few checks brought into the girls' barracks and nothing. It's very much forgotten about after that. Excuse me, sorry, bad cough, pretended to hear nothing. But yeah, obviously there's been some recent things happening in this country. I'm not going to say it. I don't want to put more fuel onto the fire. I still think it's, at the moment, it's better to say nothing about it. Because it's it's a situation that could explode into our face, and we don't want that. So it's better to say nothing about it at the moment. But the only thing I say, we have to protect our citizens. We have to protect our children. We have to protect our vulnerable women. We have to protect the most vulnerable in society. And usually gangs, attack the most vulnerable people, the people that are most weak in society, people that won't fight back. And the law should always be there to protect them. And the state should be always there to protect them, and obviously they should face the full consequences of the law. Same with anything you do which breaks the laws of this country. You should be prosecuted the full extent of the law. Because your crime doesn't pay, and that's as simple as that. But the judges should realise that. The judges should realise that. And we shouldn't tolerate any crimes, any serious crimes, anybody being attacked, anybody being mugged, etc., etc., etc. We shouldn't tolerate it, under no circumstances. And because the law is supreme, the law is superior, and order and law is superior to anybody in this country. And obviously everybody has to provide by the law and by the laws of society, for society to function. I'm sure, thankfully, there's a small bit of decency in this law in this country. I'm not talking the COVID regulations or anything. I don't know what kind of Mickey Mouse decoration that is. But anyway. But just saying to people, it's always good to stay on the white side of the law. It's a good thing to do. It's good to it's good to be on the white side of on the white side of the society, I suppose you could use that word. But again, I say to people to be careful, because obviously I talk about this. I'm not going to say too much about it, because at the moment still, as I said, it's still very toxic. It's very no, we're not toxic, but it could explode at any moment, and I seriously don't want that, and I don't want to be any part of it when it explodes. But just to say, there was a woman in Dublin last night. She was attacked. She had a leg. Basically, I think it was a machete, or it could have been a knife. I'm not too sure, but her leg was cut. It could have been a lot worse. Only for she protected herself, she fought back. And I just want to say to that woman, I wish you all the best. Wish you all the full recovery. Hopefully, your speedy recovery. Wish you speedy recovery. And hopefully these people be caught and put in prison. I would nearly go as far as attempted murder. The ones who nearly would. Definitely attempted murder, and definitely an assault. With a deadly weapon and intent to do harm. But obviously these attacks, again, she does voluntary work, just for example. It's this really sad thing when a woman can't go out for a jog, go out on her own for a jog. Go out and just wanting to join the fresh air, get a bit of exercise. It's very sad to see that. It is really, really sad to see that happen in this country. It's the same with anything. It's the same people. You think people would just have a small bit of cop out and a small bit of decency, a small bit of humanity. That's just basically it, and that's all. It's just having a bit of respect for your fellow human being, and that's really all the laws about. That's really what's all laws about, and for the environment and things like that. it's just a bit of respect. It's a bit of respect and a bit of manners. And again, I say to people, we shouldn't tolerate these people who are causing trouble and things like that. And I'm not going to say too much anyway, because as I said, in this situation that could explode at the moment with some things that happened in Ireland over the recent months, and I know some people might want me to speak about it, but it is, believe me, it is very much better that I say nothing about it at the moment. I will talk about it at some stage. But it's better to say nothing at the moment. Just for the sake of the country and the sake of the keeping the peace. So we thank you for watching. Take care, everybody, and make sure, and again, this is just one thing I have to say: never be afraid to report a crime or anything like that. There was one case in Cavan a few weeks ago where this person's house was burgled. It wasn't much taken. It was 300 and something euro in cash and a few things. It's not again, this person didn't report it for 2 weeks afterward, because they felt ashamed that somebody broke in, and they didn't want to tell the guards or anything about it. And obviously that investigation is still ongoing. But I would just say to people, never be afraid to go and report it. Because it's not and these people are breaking the law by breaking into your private property, which you obviously pay. You work for that money, and it's not right for somebody to be going in and stealing on you. So don't be afraid. Again, that's something I'm very wary of too, that people are afraid to report crimes. Just report them. Again, some people might say the guards will do nothing about it. You don't know until you try. You don't know what happens until you try. So always do report them. You never know. You just never know. Keep praying and keep hoping. Hopefully these people who break the law are put in prison. But yeah, just take care, everybody. Be safe out there and mind yourself. Bye.